Hello, everyone. Sending my love to all of you. And today my topic is anger. Why do we feel angry? And this emotion, it really makes us feel guilt, not happy and content. And it also causes a whole internal organs to have malfunction. The thought process is negative. The energy we generate at that moment is negative. So how do I center myself? How do I keep myself away from all these triggers? First of all, we got to understand it. The life is not the way we manifest. Totally. It's not like that. You make an appointment, it doesn't show up. Or you're expecting somebody, they don't show up. You're pissed off, you're angry. How about we think in different way? What I have done, I left it in total surrender. If I made an appointment, didn't show up, it's okay. Not supposed to be, because I'm a believer. If this doesn't show up, I'm good. I don't care. Happens all the time, totally. There's every single day simple things. My daughter said, okay, Mom, I'm coming. She didn't come. So, okay, not the right time for me, right? So every time has a timing. I believe in it. It made my life easier. All I can do is just share with you how I made myself easier. My life is very simple because I understand what is the physical existence of humanity. This physical body is an object, just like any other object you see here. Look around you, those are all objects, living being, and they're all gonna deteriorate and die and finish just like this physical existence of our body. But we are the only one also have essence, soul, spirit, right? This goes into transition, carrying all the deeds. Even those of you don't believe, it's okay, because this is the story I believe in. This is how I sustain myself. It's not a matter of belief, it's a matter of understanding it. Because I have reason to believe it. So it goes into transition, right? And this body and the soul separation happens in a moment only. We come here and the whole life, total span is think about a moment. If I'm going to think about my ex abusing me, my body goes through this whole feeling, and I said, what am I doing here? The guy's not here. I'm not even present in the moment. I'm thinking of something happened so long time ago, right? So I start valuing my moment and I start living in a moment. That's why I keep my calm, I'm happy and content. Let's say my children comes in and they something and trigger me, right? Because I have big expectation from my kids. And one of the expectation is ultimate respect. Because this I demanded, you must respect your mama. And if they have anything to say, I go back and first I understand, right? So I'm telling myself, no, you're kind and compassionate and loving human being. This is not you. This is your negative ego. So when I acknowledge this negative ego, it allows me to separate myself from my existence. See, this is me and this is my negative ego. So, but if I suppress and I say, no, I don't want to get mad, I'm only inhaling all of this, but I don't want to show I'm mad. I don't want to do that. I want to face it and say, yes, this is my trigger. But the children, when they are not respectful, because they're not in their essence, they're wonderful kids, but they're not in their essence. The negative ego is controlling them. So when you speak, I can say that, you're so kind and compassionate and loving person, but you allowed your negative ego to say that. So it's easier to communicate for me. It worked for me, so try it. In order to understand other human being, and acknowledge even the worst criminal in the prison is identical with me and you in essence. But he allowed his negative ego to control. I want you to rewind and think about someone who has hurt you so deeply and wounded you. Think about that person, okay? And associate yourself with that person like you and that person is identical. But he allowed or she allowed the negative ego to control that person in that moment, so they made those statements or they behaved certain way. It made me more compassionate. That's why I'm very forgiving and I move on to the next moment. I cannot control other people, how they react towards me. That's why a lot of people can't even understand me, why she's like this. She must have a good motive. I say, yeah, I have a good motive to carry my deeds with me. So it's very important for us to understand this, the ego, the essence, and the physical body, and the transition. So in transition, since we have the only moment here, we got to make a determination what I want to do. Do I want to be happy and content or stay mad for something that happened in the last moment? This will help me, you, and help me also to look at the issues here, what's happening. Is it happening right now? Or can I face it? So facing helped me heal much faster. I can move on much faster with all the trauma. There's no one in this world not going to face the trauma. There's no one in this world will not see the negative energy. And there's no end to the negative energy. They live on people like me and people like you. They live on that because our clean energy, they need for them to sustain and survive because they don't know what's going on within their body. I'm sure you met some people, they said, I got mad. Why did you get mad? I don't know. I don't know why I got mad. So by understanding, you will know why you got mad. Okay. Sometimes also anger comes from deficiency, vitamin deficiency, malnutrition. It also causes anger. Okay. So I understand this. So when I'm helping people, I always make them understand anger, because this will help you and it has helped me to get over to all these issues that came into my life. After I understood the wisdom of life, my faith became stronger. See, people, for them, a faith means going to the ritual. Do this, fasting, do this, do that. Then it will happen. Do this, then this will happen. Instead of that, once we understand this, give yourself a negative ego name, whatever name, in silence. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out as much as you can. Keep breathing right now so you can understand what I'm saying. In order to move forward, I must resolve my problem right now, in this moment, because I don't want to go to sleep thinking what has happened to me. I've spoken to my children sometime midnight to clean it, make everything understand, and move on. Because they're part of my life, I'm part of their life. But if I don't guide them, guess what? What's going to happen, right? The behavior they have with me, they have a behavior with other people as well. The way we do one thing, that's the way we do everything. So then we can go to an institution that you like and you can say yes. But believe comes after. You understand this? Then surrender. Everything takes place slowly at a time. But just by differentiating, when somebody is angry, I want you to try this. First, I want you to give them a compliment. You and me are identical in essence. You're kind, compassionate, and loving being like me. But right now, You're getting your negative ego to control you. So be aware of it when this is happening. Because, let's face it, I get a lot of attention, going to these places. You know what I do all the time? I keep breathing and I say, thank you, my Lord. Thank you, my Lord. Gratitude. Thank you, my Lord. Because I want to stay grounded. That's why I'm a celebrity that's so easy, accessible, easy to speak to, be comfortable. Okay, who's going to look at my face and, oh, I don't want to talk to her? Because you're smiling, you're giving that positive vibes. And I want you to start saying my heart to your heart, love and peace. We are one. This is why I say we are one. And when I'm saying that, I'm actually giving you my positive energy. So you're transferring energy constantly. We're living on each other. Do you understand? And this is why just understanding made my life very easy from pain and suffering and total detachment from so many things in life. Because I understand what's going to happen. At the end of the day, I'm going to take one thing with me. That's my deed. That's it. So collect as much as I can while I'm here, because the moment is the only time. So why am I going to be angry and suffer internally and externally? See, my skin has no makeup. I go natural just like this. I'm not made by the doctor. It's my total lifestyle I'm sharing, because I don't want to dive with so much information. And it is important, if you understand it, the life is going to be easy. And then power of manifestation will come. So anger is one of the toxins we all have. So how can we face it? This is how I faced my anger and got over with this. And it's coming from Qigong, it's coming from my Shifu to understand anger. So if we can get hold of our anger and really understand it, you'll become compassionate. You become kind. I'll give you a story of my school. There were two students fighting, and this girl who was one Latina and one was Vietnamese. So this Latina girl goes and tells her boyfriend what happened to her, and she's an innocent victim, although she fought back as well. Move forward. This guy comes to my school with a gun, and I'm sure those students listening to me, he came with a gun. As soon as he entered, my school exited from emergency exit. All the students, teachers outside, including my staff in my office, everybody outside. I'm totally alone with this man. I went in and saw him and I said, I know you're a kind and loving man. No, I'm this, da, da, da. I said, I see you. And then he kept cussing. He was upset. I'm going to kill you. I said, I know you won't kill me. I know that, because you're not that kind of person who's going to kill. I also told him, I said, look, your girlfriend is as guilty as the other one. Oh, no. I said, look, you only heard one side of the story. But if you can just listen for a few minutes, you're going to go to jail and your girlfriend is going to have a new boyfriend. So how do you like that? Who's going to have life, you or her? So breathe in and come and sit with me. He sat with me. I put his hand on his shoulder, and I said, look, you're kind and compassionate. Just calm down. And I started reasoning with him, and he put his head down and he exited. While he was exited, 911 shows up. And they told me if I want to file the report. I said, no, I don't want to file the report. Then my husband shows up after 10-15 minutes. I held him and I cried because, it was a trauma for my body too. And I had to go into meditation but at that moment, I was totally present and not afraid, because I am a believer and I always see essence in people. This is why I'm very compassionate. I have people around me, they're not centered, they have a lot of issues, but I'm their mama and I'm not going to judge them. I'm there to help them, and they call me and I help them. So anger is one of the toxins. After we understand this, what I'm talking about it, I want you to spend some time alone and try it and see if it works for you. If it works for thousands of people, say it works for you. And then you can align yourself with your faith, your rituals, whatever you want to. They're all good, no problem. So my heart to your heart, love and peace, and we are one.